Hello, happy Friday. This is Sean Purdue. I'm going to be doing a sales training on discovery meeting and the purpose of a discovery meeting set up with your client or customer. We're going to further build relationships and bond and rapport, discover some pain points that, might be able to help you out in the close later on. We're going to find some additional solutions, and we're going to use prospecting and discovering questions in a system. And we're going to be utilizing that to build a forecast. So let's get into it. The sales process, you want to look at it as a funnel. You start out top on the very top, awareness, understanding, likening, you know, common ground, conviction, and then purchase. What you want to try to uncover in these meetings is how your solution is applicable. So, how they are going to utilize your solution and what you have to offer is going to be somewhat useful. So, some of the mining questions you want to use, what about your current product that you like best? What would you like to do better? What have you done and tried in the past? What have you given up on? What do you think that's costing you in the long run? If I could fix your issue, what would you like to see? And if I can fix the issue for you and get it within your budget, is it something you want to move forward with? These questions are pretty common. You want to get all this stuff out in the open right out of the bat. Just because you don't want to end up spending a lot of time and effort into discovering and providing a solution, and then you go to propose it, and then they are like, no, no, we're not ready to do this because of a board meeting, or we're not budgeted for it this quarter, something like that. So, moving forward, discovering some objections. Is there any reason you wouldn't move forward? Okay, well, why is that? Well, there's a board meeting that we have to get to, or I'm not the decision maker, or we've got this contract in place already. So things like that, you want to kind of just get those out in the open. Is there anybody that can veto your decision? So that's a great one to ask. If you decide to do this, is there somebody who can say no? I want to know that going in. Doesn't matter what you're selling. It could be insurance, it could be a copier, it could be a car, it could be a house. You got to have all the parties together at one place. Um, Setting up the next appointment. So if there is an issue that comes up, okay, well, let's reconvene. Let's get together at another point. Let's open up our calendars and let's see what day is going to work best for us to get back together. If it's a net new, or a takeover or a conquest, why would you go with anyone else other than your current vendor, or what you're currently driving, or what you currently live, or your current insurance provider? Anything, you can apply this to any industry, really. So that's the great thing about sales, right? Is that everybody is in the same game, but we typically think of ourselves as separate. So as long as you're doing the right, proper process, you can utilize this in any fashion you want. So that's a great question. Why would you go with me or anybody else rather than what you got now? Oh, we don't like what we got, or this happened, or if we saved a little money, or we're looking to maybe get out of our contract, anything could come up. It's just a conversation, and all these things are good. They one of the things you want to do is, when you get ready to go present, or you do, into the discovery meeting, is review your notes from the last conversation. Take notes of people's body language in the audience, who's in the room. Um, are they pretty agreeable, or are they just stone cold, not showing any emotion? Pick up on some of these things during your discovery as you're asking these questions, as you get into, you know, What do you like? What do you not like? What would you do different if this happened? What would that mean to your company or your organization? Um, Asking closing questions along the end. Would you like your copier over here, or would it be better suited down the hall closer to your office? Or would you like, your vehicle, if it was red or if it was black. Start asking, closing questions. And, in my time in home security systems, it was, would you like your door panel here or would you like it closer to the garage door? Which one of those would be better for you? So what you're doing is you're painting a picture on them subconsciously seeing themselves have your product already. Do you wear your watch on the left or on the right arm? So if you're selling jewelry or something like that, you're starting to, like I said, paint that visualization for them. Don't over talk and miss your closing opportunities too. When you ask a question, don't be one of these sales people that don't ever shut up. You know what I mean? Ask a question. Would you like um, you know, would you like your copier here or there? And then just wait. Let them explain to you, right? Would you like your truck to have the regular tires on it now, or would you like to get 10 plies on it because you mentioned you like to go bird hunting in the fall? And then let them reply, right? A lot of these times it's not about what we're trying to say or what we're trying to convey. It's listening to them. Listen to your customer. You got two ears and one mouth for a reason. Listen more than you talk. It's difficult because when you're in sales, you think you're in the business of talking. Really, you're in the relationship business, okay? Now, if anybody's been in a relationship for more than a day, you got to understand that listening is part of the game. That's what, that's really where the meat and the potatoes are. If you're married, if you're, in a committed relationship, your partner wants you to listen to them sometimes. And when you start offering advice, a lot of times they get you in trouble because they don't want your advice. They just want somebody to listen to them. And then when the time is appropriate, maybe make a recommendation, right? So those are just some of the tips on when you're getting into a presentation type scenario as well. So I hope this is somewhat useful for you in your endeavor to navigate the sales field and get you in a position to where you can move forward after the discovery meeting. So ask the right questions, listen, make sure that you're giving some options in your client closing along the way, just soft closes, nothing too difficult. You really don't want to ask yes or no questions. You want to stay away from that. But try it out. And if you're new to sales, the greatest asset you could ever have is your friends and your family. Ask them to practice with you. You know, just asking somebody to talk with them and ask questions about things is a great tool to utilize because they're going to give you honest feedback, and it gets you in the practice of talking and getting to know body language and your voice fluctuation, right? So these are all topics that we're going to cover down the road. So I thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, give me a like, comment down below. Maybe give me some topics that you'd like to cover down in the future. Um, I'm always open to suggestions. We're a new channel, so any suggestions are welcome. So thank you. Have a great day.